So I think if you can train yourself to love the game, then you start with a little business. Then just like with your first piece of real estate, you start with like a studio apartment, and then you go to a townhouse, and then you go to a house. You do the same thing in business. You stair step your way to bigger games. And if you're good and you're already a business owner, then you're not going to start with a laundromat. You're going to start with a business that already has an operator in place and a managerial team, you know? Or you're going to buy a business and you're going to be like, hey, why don't you operate this thing for me? I'll put up the cash, I'll find the deal, but you run this thing.
Right.
No different really than you buying an Airbnb
and having a property manager.
Putting a property manager in there.
But you make less money in that cash flow. So you're not managing the time, you're not doing the time, but you make less money as well.
Yeah, that's true. Theoretically, you make less money on that one deal. But the idea is, how can you become good at doing deals so you can do more of them?
Right.
You know, typically people who are in real estate don't just own one house. Same thing with business. You could own multiple laundromat locations. You could own the laundromat. I mean, we have one business that we just, Giggles, said, okay, how can we turn one business into 11 income streams? And it was like, all right.
How'd you do that?
Laundromat starts. Secondary line of revenue, really passive. What would that be? Okay, vending machines. Let's put those on location. Third, why don't we add wash and fold? So we can have a different revenue line inside of it. Exactly. Fourth, what if we add vending inside that's like soaps and, detergents, softeners, etc. Next one, why don't we do pickup and delivery? Okay, additional. Next one, why don't we do commercial? Can't we do, when everything else is closed, can't we also go to some of the local hotels, clean their stuff? Okay, maybe. Next, why don't we buy another laundromat? And so now we have 2 locations on side of them. And then let's also put vending and all these other things on theirs. So you kind of can stack up your income streams in one business. And that's how you go from a laundromat that makes $67,000 a year to one that makes $3 million, which our biggest one at the time did about $3 million in revenue.